think that warming up your hair color means going darker and cooling means going lighter, but that's not the case at all.
Absolutely. And here to explain what that really means and why your skin tone and eye color matter when you're choosing a new look, from New Reflection.Salon, we welcome Amy Franklin.
Hi.
Now, this feels like a little bit of a misconception, because I would automatically think that if you were warming up your look, you're going from blonde to brown or brown to black or something like that. So what does warming really mean?
Warming really means, just like the rainbow has, it's the yellow, the orange, and the red. And so you're actually warming it up. You're actually creating those tones to become warmer.
Now, this might be a silly question, but if you're sitting there and then your stylist says, hey, we should warm this up, and I hear, wait, you're thinking of yellows and oranges, I'm thinking, not on.
You're thinking, oh, in my head, I don't want to do that at all. Yes. No, it can be very subtle. It can be very soft, because with your skin tone, you do have pink tones, golden tones, olive tones, and then we look at our eye color, because our eye color also helps us out. For instance, you have a really nice, beautiful green eye, but if you look into her eyes, she's got a beautiful yellow ring with it. So you'd want to have some warm tones to complement that. If we went too cool, what it's going to end up doing is they're going to contrast each other, and they're going to want to fight against each other, so it's not going to look as natural.
Okay, and then likewise with cooling your hair color, you're using greens, blues, purples.
Yes, exactly. So then you can really go for it.
Hang on a second. That looks good.
I had to take it.
All right, well, why don't we bring out a few ladies here? We have some different examples. We'll start with Julie. So tell us a little bit about Julie. She is a brunette here, so let's talk about her skin tone first.
And if you look at Julie's skin tone, she's got a nice warm skin tone with a soft yellow, but she's got a little bit of pink to it.
Yeah.
And then if we look at her eye color, she's got a lot of warmth on the yellow side. So when we look at her hair color, we want to make sure that her hair color isn't going to fight with like blues and reds. So we want to do warm tones. So the other thing is it's also can be neutral to that point. So some people who don't think, oh, I don't want to be red, I don't want to be orange, I don't want to be yellow. You can do more of a neutral, softer color, and maybe just pick up a soft tone in the light. It doesn't have to be, I'm looking at you going, oh, you have red hair. It could be in the light and go, oh, I can see the glimpse of it. It doesn't have to be huge.
I like that.
So we did that with Julie, and we just warmed it up to match her eye tone and her skin tone, so they blend and softly work together.
Well, her skin tone is gorgeous, so I'm, and I'm assuming that it just all works together.
Yep.
So.
Do you have to talk people off the ledge ever? If you know, honestly, if they have a certain color eye and they say, here's the color that I'd like to do with my hair, do you have to talk them back?
Sometimes, you know, what you can do is we can just take swatches and colors and put it up next to their skin, pull their hair back, you know, put it up next to their skin and go, whoa, yeah, maybe not. So that helps us. But you know what, if somebody wants to have a good time, have a good time. I'm not saying to go against it. It's just if you're wanting to have a natural, soft, you know, more neutral, more complementary color, then we look at those pieces.
Okay, good stuff. Julie, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We have Deb. And Deb, just like Des, is doing the blonde look here. So let's talk all about, let's start with her skin tone.
So Deb has a beautiful skin tone, and she has a real soft pink tone to her skin. So you can see that it's a little bit softer, a little bit cooler, versus it being real warm to an olive tone. So with Deb, she has a green eye like you.
Oh my gosh,
she
it's
has,
like we're twins.
Yep, exactly. She's got a little bit of the gold fleck. So what we did was, with Deb's base color, we went with something that's a little more warm to complement, and then we neutralize out a little bit of her highlights. That way, then she doesn't look too yellow and, you know, like yellow and pink, almost like a you know, like an Easter egg or baby colors type of a thing. So this way, it gives her a little more softness, gives it much more natural looking, and then they play off of each other, so one doesn't look too yellow and one doesn't look too light.
What do we have there? Is that a light?
Something fell. It's not a big deal.
Everybody's okay? Actually, I'm being told we lost an intern.
No, I see them. They're all accountable.
Everybody is okay. That was a light that went out. And boy, we should jump right into a health segment right now, because I developed a murmur. I have a slight murmur right now. Where are we? What were we talking about? Hair color? That seems to make sense. Okay, well, I see how that all plays together.
That complements with that. So then, for instance, with Deb's color, then it creates softness, and then she also has a bit of a tan. So then the other thing is if we were to make her too light, too white looking, then it would just fight against that. She has too much color, and she'd just kind of like look more like there's too much contrast.
I feel like you're just a little scientist here.
Yeah,
you know, we have a good time in the back. It's a little, you know, mix it up in the back, having a good time.
Good stuff, Deb. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. finally, we're going to bring out Heidi here
Yes.
with some red hair. So let's walk through this all. Now, I want to get closer and start to investigate. So tell me about the skin tone first.
So if you look at Heidi's skin tone, Heidi has got beautiful skin, and hers is very fair. Yeah. She doesn't really have a lot of yellow. She doesn't have really a lot of pink. She's just more fair.
So she kind of a blank canvas?
Kind of, yes. Kind of like that oval face is a perfect...
You're also in orbit.
See, it goes that way. And so she has a beautiful blue, crystal blue eye. Heidi can wear the blue-toned red, which she has right now. She could also wear copper. She's kind of got that perfect skin tone for almost any hair color. Yeah. And that's kind of the fun part, so she can play around with it. But the other thing is there's certain colors. For instance, if we went really violet, it would be pretty, but it would be pretty stark. So that color would be maybe not her best, but it would still look beautiful on her. That's the skin tone that can wear pretty much anything, like an oval face does for any hair cut.
Okay, what about eye color? Is there like a most forgiving eye color that goes with more hair colors?
Blue is pretty good because of the fact when you have crystal blue, you don't have really like a warm tone in it, which makes it want to pull where you want to bring more warmth into it or more red into it. So your blue eye is really forgiving to being able to be dark, to be able to be light, to be able to be red, to be able to be blonde, to be able to be, you know, warm, cool, any of them.
Okay. I would put that on your job resume. Sure. I have the perfect skin tone and the perfect eye color. Yep. Just so you know, boss.
Oh, well, Heidi, you look great. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. A big thanks to New Reflect.Salon, of course, for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. You can give them a call to make an appointment at one of their 3 locations, Plymouth, Maple Grove, and Ridgedale Center. Full disclosure, I get my hair did at New Reflections, and I love it there. I highly recommend it.
We know how he feels about his hair, people.
Gosh, okay, we got to stop talking about my hair. Still to come, the chef and owner from the popular restaurant Spoon and